Ole sent me a text and he sent me some pictures and I was just like, whoa, when I saw it.
This find opens the door to an enigmatic world of persons, of mythologies, of religion that we still only know a little slice of.
My name is Ole Schütz. For my 60 years birthday, my father-in-law gave me this metal detector. I mean, you can't be a more new beginner than I was.
One day I was contacted by my old schoolmate Ole, who asked if he could take a walk with his metal detector. And we started at the corner of the field down there.
We found a lot of the usual old nails and screws and scrap items. And then after 30 minutes, the detector gave us very, very clear signal. I thought this is worth digging for. I dug a hole and up come this yellow thing filled up with mud and dirty, and I put it in my bag here with scrap iron because I thought it was a lid from the food can. The minute I put the detector to the surface again, I got exactly the same signal. And up came the second gold item. When we looked more carefully, we could see it has inscriptions. And when we found the third item, we saw clearly the face of a Roman emperor. And by that time we knew this is most probably gold.
What an experience within this half hour, finding more than 10 of these gold brackets. It was unreal. Something that is magic about gold. The soil and the clay, just when it's a flat piece, it just falls off, and the gold, it's shining and bright and clear.
Ole sent me a text and he sent me some pictures and I was just like, whoa, when I saw it. Immediately I took pictures of it and I sent it to my colleagues at the National Museum, where we have these experts in all these areas. And from their reaction, I could see that we had stumbled on something extraordinary. There are some Roman medallions. They are actually from the 4th century. Then there are the golden brackets. And then there are also part of a sword. The treasure belongs to the 6th century. And then the Viking age starts in the 8th century.
My first reaction when I heard about this was almost that I fell off the chair. When we start looking at the details of the pictures and the runes, I realized that this is a very unique find.
There are birds, snakes, but also human faces. And also there is runic inscriptions. You look at these pictures, it's like you get drawn into this really magic universe.
The most rare inscription on this find is the one where the god Odin is probably mentioned. I mean, that would be, to my knowledge, the first time you ever had that. Odin is the supreme god of the Vikings. Here we have something new also in terms of religion, of the Old Norse religion, because we know only that from the writings of scriptures from the 13th century. And here we're starting, to push it further back in time, even more than, 400 or 500 years. This is still work in progress and we have hardly dusted off all the dirt.
Rune symbols were one of many magic symbols that added to the magic protective power of golden amulets. It is women's jewelry. It was perhaps a set of jewels that were carried by the leading women of a certain society in the parish or in this family, more or less ruling the local area.
We found out that there was a settlement. It lies 7 kilometers from Jelling, and Jelling is the epicenter in the 10th century. Now, Vindelev here is some kind of a central power place. There is no question about it.
It's never been on the map before. We always thought of an early Iron Age rich center some 100 kilometers to the east. So was this the center and the other place the periphery? We have to go in and rethink the whole period here and the whole formation of the Danish kingdoms.
This was a golden age in our Iron Age, so to speak. We got a lot of gold from the Romans in that period.
It was probably not unusual to have gold, but it was unusual to have so much gold and so artistically beautiful gold. You're a person of power, definitely. These gold medallions from the Romans, that's actually, we found out, 24 karat gold. That means that's pure gold. That's a very personal item that we know from the Romans that they only gave to their closest alliances. So we do seem to have like a coincidence of a volcanic event that we're quite certain happened around 536, and there's this burial of this gold. So, you know, it could have been like an answer to these catastrophes after, you know, a few years of failure of the harvest. Then you would have to offer the most precious thing you had.
Most of the gold that was in circulation was actually deposited, and in the next Germanic Iron Age, as we call it, we hardly have any gold left.
A series of volcanic catastrophes could have been the event that made people topple over the old gods and the old authorities. In many ways, I think you can trace back the opening of the Viking society already in the 6th century.
I'm very overwhelmed, and I still don't understand the unpredictable and unforeseen luck that hit me.
It is qualitatively a very, very important find because of the iconography and the runes. So it is one of the most important gold finds we had in this century.